Hello everybody. To those that follow me, thank you so much. I appreciate it. To those that are new, welcome. I enjoy watching tarot. I enjoy reading tarot. I love music too. But you know, YouTube copyright gods do not allow for me to listen to a lot of messages and music. My stalkers immediately report and my video just gets the copyright message. Even though I get to see a lot of people who use music in their videos and nothing happens. I have to work harder. But the energy that I'm getting today is that of somebody that is just upset that they can't take from you. They can't take your energy anymore. They're upset that they can't get under your skin anymore. They want to make you angry. They want to do things that make you upset, that get under your skin, you know? Like annoy you. They want to annoy you so bad, but they're unable to because you are giving them no energy. Sorry about this. I have a precious cat named Cyrus, and he just loves cozy, comfortable things. Like this little cloth. His hair gets everywhere. So this energy refuses to understand boundaries. They're obsessed. They just want to have whatever belongs to you. They don't seem to like themselves, or they just enjoy making others suffer, and that is what brings them a true reflection of themselves, like what makes them valuable, or what makes them be real in some way in this life. But I'm getting that you are not giving them any energy, that you are giving them perhaps the minimal amount of energy. Although they insist. I just dropped a couple of cards and I got the Ace of Swords, so I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. Another card that flipped over. I got the Two of Wands and the Four of Cups. They're obsessed, and they tried to plan something against you, and it didn't work out because you don't give a shit about what they're doing. You're just doing your own thing, and you're happy doing your own thing. And these people are just angry. They're angry. You know, they're rude, see, poor planner, sarcastic, gossiping. They're just angry, and they want to say whatever is in their mind in order to feel important. And it has to do with you. Something about you makes them feel important. They're in despair as well. You know, they can't have your star energy because you refuse to give them any energy. You refuse to just feed into the trolls. You refuse to feed into the devil's energy. This person could be an Aries. This person also may want to just, you know, be afraid of your new beginning. Afraid of like what you create the things that you create. How these things, they don't involve this person, and they're upset. They're upset. They just need to have your energy. They need to take from you. They need to be there when you create. They need to control everything you do. But you're just not giving in. You just don't care about these people. They're just annoying to you. I'm gonna draw from some cards that I made. I made these cards a while ago. And it's just random stuff. See, like, you're fed up. You're fed up with these people. You're fed up with the BS. You know, these people discriminated against you in some way, over and over again. They thought it was funny. They can't be trusted. You can't trust these people. You can't give them an ounce. They're just toxic in every possible way. And they're upset that you said goodbye to them. You know, they thought it was fun to hunt you down, to stalk, to harass, to annoy. They just thought it was fun. It was a game for them. They love to criticize everything that you did, everything you do. It just bothers them, you know, how in the tarot community they say your light irritates their demons. Well, that's true. These people can't take it that you do anything. They want you to have nothing. They want you to be isolated, to be sad, to be depressed, to be fed up, to feel discriminated, you know? But you think that love is the highest vibration. So you always go back to love no matter what. And you tell them the answer is no. And the answer is going to be no over and over again. Because you have the brain power. Let's see if I can fit more cards here. I'm going to position them in a way so that we can fit more cards in the camera. Pardon moi. Okay. Yeah. You think that these people are disgusting, you know? These people might be in a cult, a sex type cult. They share, you know, all sorts of stuff with each other. And you're giving these people no power because you tell them no. And they want to keep playing. I think these people were betting, you know? These people were betting against you or betting on your demise or something. And they hate that you're chilling. You know? They hate that you're just happy and in peace. They don't want you to be at peace. They want you to feel discriminated, fed up, you know? They want to hunt you down. They want to steal what's yours in your mind because they can't create for themselves. Because all they do is party. Party time. All they want to do is party all the time. Relentlessly. And then just take your creations and say that the reason you created them is because of their greatness. I guess if you could say that, then something about them partying so much is the influence of your creations. They want to take everything that you have, and they don't have a soul, or they don't have what can you say? They don't have like their own they just don't have that personality, that character, for themselves. They need to steal it from others in order to feel something. And then when they take it, they take it and say it was always theirs to begin with. It was never yours, but they stole it. Or they said that they made you what you are, so you belong to them. But you've created everything by yourself. It's always been you, you know? And these people are gonna need a lawyer, you know? Or maybe you need a lawyer to defend yourself from these people. I know in my case, they made my lawyer quit because these people are corrupt, you know? So, but I'm strong enough. I will fight, you know? These people, all they do is party anyways. They can't think for themselves. They don't have, just the alcohol has consumed their brain cells. They couldn't kill you. That was their plan. That was probably what they were betting on, to get rid of you. It didn't work out, collective. You didn't let them win. These people, they're horrible. You know, if they're in your life right now and you still haven't gotten out, I think this is your message right now to tell you to get out. Get out. You know, you don't need to be... These people are not going to help you heal. These people are going to hurt you. You see? They're stalkers. There's some stalker vibes from these people. They're not... They can't understand that you're different than them. That you don't want to do the things that they want to do. So they want to stalk you constantly. Oh, another, probably feeling sorry. They're feeling sorry maybe because they got caught. Because of what they did to you. They know what they did to you. They know they scarred you for life. They know that they hurt you. They know that they continue to hurt you. They know that they poisoned every ounce of your existence, and you still came back and you rose from all of the punches, all of the beating that they laid on you. You still came back and you still created your own thing by yourself. You're still original. You're still, even if you were at a place where you were living under a bridge, you're still happy, you know? Because you have the brain power. You have the brain power to feel that way, you know? I'm a great believer of God, so I think that also God has given you this brain power to be able to manifest things that you need, to be able to have angels by your side to help you, to push you through when you're feeling down. And you're telling them, sorry, no, I do not want to join your cult. Sorry, no, I don't think you're sorry. You know, they wanted to stalk you forever. That's what they wanted to do. Endless harassment, you know, they wanted to endlessly steal your energy. They couldn't see you for you. They couldn't see the signs like you did. So they need you to see them for them and tell them, you know, what is up and what is down. And it seems like they hate you, you know? They're the only ones. Everybody else seems to like you. Maybe there's a group and they have to continuously tell everybody just bad stuff about you so that they hate you, but they understand that this person is the only one that hates you. maybe you don't need to watch out for them anymore because they don't hate you anymore. They could be on your side, but I still would be, you know, aware of that doesn't have to be the case, you know. You know, remember that these people, they don't play by moral rules. They don't have a sense of right or wrong because they do corrupt things. And they never loved you, collective. They never loved you, okay? That's what you need to realize, that these people, they were never on your side, okay? And yes, they did it. Yes, they did it. They did it. They hired stalkers. They did it. They're stalking you endlessly. They did it. They poisoned you. They scarred you. They messed with you, with your health, with your life, with your stability. They did it, collective. It was them. And you need to open your eyes and say, sorry, no. Even if they feel like they're sorry, because they're only sorry that they can't have your energy anymore. That's the only reason they're sorry. They're sorry because you're not giving in anymore to the BS. You don't want to accept the lies anymore. You are chilling still. Okay? Collective. Seems like, and you're chilling alone. You're not with others. You know, you're okay with enjoying yourself in your own environment by yourself. You're fine with that. You don't need others, because these people actually are codependent, right? Because they need a group. They needed a group to attack you, and they don't see that they within a group are codependent on each other. But you don't need a group. You independently can still be happy. You don't need people to, you know, to tell you who you are. You know who you are. You know you're not disgusting like them. Here now that you're gonna need a lawyer, came in reverse. So maybe you don't need a lawyer. You're at peace, collective. See if you can see that. Like collective, it came out. He, she never cared. They never cared about you. You know? And these people are maybe watching some TV, or maybe these people, they saw you in a video online, social media, or they think you're on TV or something, or they might be linking up with people that are celebrities or people that are like related to, you know, television. See, they hate your happy life. They hate that you are able to create just light within yourself, and you're able to give it back to others. And this is why they feel sorry, because they needed that. They needed your energy. They needed that energy to, you know, feel something within themselves, because they can't create it. They can only create darkness. Okay? And although you can create light from darkness, they're unable to, because they cannot see what they're doing wrong. They cannot see that they're continuously walking backwards by just not quitting, not accepting boundaries, you know? And this dropped on the floor, and it came out in reverse, but now when I picked it up, it came out upright, so I'm gonna take it. There's some secrets, collective, you may not know about. It could be about them playing a game, or them having no patience. You're fed up with the BS. Them about trying to kill you, perhaps, these secrets. Let's find out more with some more cards. These people, collective, they're harmful. Okay, they're never gonna learn They're never gonna change, you know. I'm a believer that people can change, but when you give a person multiple chances to do the right thing and they show you that they don't want to do the right thing because they want to get rid of you, you need to believe that. Okay? You need to believe that if you give them another chance, they will hurt you. Okay? So trust me on this. You don't want to give these people a chance and then they hurt you. Okay? On the bottom of the two cards that came out was the Hangman and the World. So, you know, it's the end of these people trying to freaking sacrifice you, trying to take from you what belongs to you, what makes you you. Okay? It's the end of them messing with your things, because you know what? You don't care anymore. How many times can somebody continuously do things to you and take from you and try to make you feel like you don't belong somewhere, and, you know, I don't know, censor you, shadow ban you, report you, make, like, outcast you, isolate you, and you still keep creating, and still people enjoy the things that you create, and now you're just fulfilled with yourself, you're happy with yourself. So even though they may try, it's gonna be a waste of time, because you're just seeing it. You've seen that they're crazy about your energy, but that's all they want. This person, you know, this Queen of Wands, it fell on the floor, you know, sideways, but this Queen of Wands could be a fire sign, a Leo, a Aries, Sagittarius. This is what they do, this person, you know. All this person does is hurt people, attack people, take from them, and make themselves seem like, you know, like they're a leader, when in reality, it's questionable. It's questionable what they are, who they are, you know. You moved on, you know, you accepted that these people are no good for you, and you don't want anything to do with these people. Their best bet is to leave you alone and to heal, you know. So there's people like that in the world. These people, all they're trying to do, or this Queen of Wands, all she wants to do is delay you, you know, to like continuously create blockages for you, to like annoy you, to make you feel like nobody's gonna help you, to make you feel discriminated. The collective, don't give up, okay? They're just delaying the inevitable. This Tower that they keep reversing, it's coming back, okay? There's hidden information that's gonna be revealed, collective. They're gonna be caught, because the truth always comes to light. And although the next card that came out is the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, that the truth about them hiding some money, you know, or taking money from you. So because they wanted it as theirs. They couldn't, they proudly criticize others about what they don't have, or they take from others and then say that those people don't have it, but they don't tell anybody that they're taking from people, that they're breaking families, that they're hurting people, that they're sacrificing people, that they create blockages for these people so that they can become, you know, the Queen of Wands upright. Now, these people or this person, they just, whoever is working with these people, who is probably a family member of yours, a husband, a boyfriend, you know, a sister, I don't know, someone who came in the cards who hates you. This person is afraid, you know, of change. Here we got the Page of Wands. So, I don't know. They're afraid of your ideas. They're afraid of your energy, afraid that you're so fearless. You know? Yeah. Afraid that it's over for them. You know, the bullshit they keep doing, it's over. Another thing I'm getting is that they wanted you to walk away, and now that you don't care about anything, they don't have any more fun, and they are sad that the story that they created, the lies they created, are being seen as lies. And nobody is believing anymore in the BS. That people can see the collective as, you know, a creative being, like as an empress that came out. That they can see that you're full of just gifts that you can manifest, that you can create from darkness and you can create from light. Okay, that although you could be in a bad situation, you still have love in your heart, you know? There's love coming for you, collective. You know, the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers. This for me is your heart. You forever have love within yourself, okay? You are endlessly creating. You can create relationships. You know, maybe there's an energy, a young energy that's coming your way, collective. Maybe a fire sign. This person's handsome. They're full of passion. They're creative just like you, collective. Okay. These people, they try to block your happiness, collective. They try to, you know, make you feel like you couldn't do anything. Okay. That just to think like, hey, you lack direction, so it's okay. Be sacrificed. Accept it. Just sit there and let us sacrifice you. They were malicious, gossipy, deceitful, and here she goes again. Okay, maybe there's two women, or maybe this is the same person, same energy. Doesn't have to be a woman. Same energy, or just two energies. They're just hateful. This could also be you who's in the Queen of Wands energy, you operate, who's, you know, confident, passionate, charismatic, full of ideas. Or this person who's at the bottom here, okay, who also could be a mother. They just continues to be malicious, okay? But no matter what, you'll get, this is what's coming for you. The Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune. You're getting good things, collective. So don't despair, okay? Just keep believing, keep praying. God's got your back, collective, okay? Yeah, let's change it up a bit. Let's see what else. Let's see what else, collective. What else can we get? Try to pull some other cards for you. I'm also getting, collective, that these people wanted to just you know, become you somehow, like Silence of the Lambs. They wanted to be something or someone they're really not. If they couldn't accept their own choices, their own bad habits, what decisions they made in life that they're the ones at fault for. They wanted to vicariously, or maybe they're bisexual. I don't know. They just wanted to have everybody else's energy that didn't belong to them and project that. You know how, like, there's like people that they constantly come out as being super nice, and then in reality, under closed doors, they're the same ones that are gossiping about you or just continuously hurting others. I don't know, doing rituals to hurt people, because hurt people, okay? And you know, seeing this guy, Emperor in reverse, this guy who's upset. He wants to control you, collective, okay? He celebrated, you know, he wants to reunite with you, okay? He wants to have what he destroyed back, but he cannot have that anymore, okay? Because this house now needs to be demolished. Okay? There's so much destruction that was created. They want to avoid conflict now. They don't want to be this way anymore. They want to be this way. Okay? All the evil stuff they created, they don't want to do that anymore. Okay? Collective, you're taking action to just free yourself from these drama-driven, hateful people. Okay, collective, you're in this Queen of Wands energy. Okay, you're solid. Alright? You create your own fire, collective. You could be any sign. Doesn't have to be a fire sign. Okay? Maybe this is the same person who wants to, you know, delay you. Or that's how you feel, delayed. You know, you may have this person blocked. This person still wants to talk to you. Okay. This person, they may be dealing with an Empress. I was gonna say Queen of Wands in reverse. She might be an Empress and a Queen of Wands in reverse. An Empress in reverse. Okay. Collective, this person was recklessly spending. Maybe they sold a house and the money was supposed to come to you, and they instead splurged it into like parties, teams at work, associates, you know, and instead now they have financial insecurities. They're unable to, you know, all the things that they worked hard for, all the plans that they made, perhaps they're in vain now, because you can continuously manifest. You're a goal-oriented person, okay? And now they may have to give you something, okay? Perhaps all of the things that they did to you, the universe now is returning full force, okay? And maybe they're returning it in the form of a King of Cups, you know, somebody who's nurturing, kind, somebody who's gonna love you, somebody who doesn't need anything in return. They're just willing to listen and willing to pour into you, you know, pour all this water into you. pour love into you. They want to see you happy. They want to see you grow. They want to see you blossom. Okay? But be careful, okay? Because they could be sending somebody your way who is deceptive. There could still be some secrets out there. You know? They you know, may live away from you. This King of Cups might live away from you, far away from you. They may need to travel to you. They want to travel to you. Okay? This King of Cups, perhaps, or this energy might have, you know, invested into something that they shouldn't have. Perhaps a Leo or a Cancer energy who's put them like, who's made them this, an Emperor in reverse. Okay, maybe it was all about sex, just, you know, passion, and yeah, look at this, 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords and the Knight of Wands with a Cancer and a Leo, perhaps, or just one of these signs. Okay, and now they feel disappointed because, remember, collective, they're sorry. Supposedly they're sorry now about everything they did. Okay, they're not sure anymore. They don't even recognize themselves anymore. There might be somebody in power, or you are this person in power, collective. You're standing strong. Okay, you have morals. You're clear-minded. You can create and exude authority. Or perhaps you had to run to the police and let them know that these people are horrible, okay? You had to reclaim your power from the devil. You're the High Priestess, collective, okay? You know, I love this card, the High Priestess, as you can see in my channel. But this is you. You had to become this person, collective. You had to gain so much wisdom. You had to open your third eye, okay? You had to open up to spirituality. And that's where God came in and knocked at your door and said hello. You know? Believe. I'm here for you. I will never leave you. I am your father. Okay? Maybe there's a fire sign that wants to travel towards you. An Aries. Doesn't have to be an Aries. Could be another fire sign. Leo, Sagittarius. But, you know, they're feeling trapped. Or they're stuck in a dilemma. They're unsure about this love. They're unsure about what they should do. Collective. They're unsure if you know, they're trapped in their head, this person, because of the justice system. There may be some paperwork, legal issues, and they are scared. This could be somebody else, maybe somebody else who's interested in you, who's fearful. And I'm gonna tell you that if somebody is afraid to love you, collective, and not fight for you, especially when you need them most, they're just showing you that through tough times, through the thick and thin, they're not gonna be there for you, okay? They're only gonna be there for you when you're doing well. When you're doing well for yourself, if you have all the bells and whistles, if you look the part, if your nails are done properly, you know, they're gonna overlook all of the harm somebody did to you. They're just gonna say, no, this is not for me. But once you do it for yourself and you come back and you work, you know, hard, they might show up and be like, hey, I want to be part of your life. But it's gonna be, it should be a no, or it should be just why. You should ask them why. You should not just believe them. You should question them. This person or the bad energy who's sorry now, they might have tried to ruin your reputation, collective. They worked really hard on that. Okay, and perhaps this is why this other person, or even like they want all your new lovers, whoever may come your way, to just not even see you as potential. Okay, they don't want to tell the truth. Okay, they want people to see you as somebody who lacks quality, who's low skill, but you're showing them otherwise, collective. You're the magician as well. Okay, you're a badass. You're about to achieve happiness. Okay, look at this. All right, look at what's coming for you. The 10 of Pentacles. You're about to get everything that you want, collective, this year. Let's try to get some oracle decks from the Kipper deck as well. These cards are nice. I like this design. And collective, just, you know, just know that even when you're alone, even when you have nobody, God is still there with you, okay? Just pray, just ask God. Okay, if you truly, truly mean it, if you're truly not ego in your heart, you know, it's as light as a feather, or you're just really, really trying with true intentions, God can see that, collective, and He will send His angels to that bridge that you're sleeping under, to those places where you're hurting, and like help my baby, help her, help him. Okay, perhaps, you know, you need to start reading some cards. Okay, you know, you're a tarot family, they love you. Okay, collective, just find a community, collective, that's gonna enjoy you for who you are, and they're not gonna hurt you or just, you know, try to experiment, because you're a sweetheart, collective. These people, they know you're a sweetheart. They can see. Collective, you're intuitive, collective, and you help people. So don't despair. Everything's gonna be alright. Like again, the High Priestess. That's who you are. An Earth Angel. Okay? These people try to sacrifice you. They try to manipulate you. A whole freaking community. Remember, they needed all of these people to do this to you while you stood alone. Okay? They put a lot of effort into this, okay, to hurt you. These thieves. Perhaps there's a mature woman involved, an aunt. It's giving me aunt vibes. An aunt who's a thief. Okay. This person tried to abuse you with a mature man. Maybe an uncle. An aunt and an uncle tried to hurt you. Or your husband, your boyfriend, I don't know. Somebody in your life. But guess what? They have legal issues now for all the bullshit they try to pull. And this person's mad. They're so mad. They're mad at you. They're mad at everybody. They just need to steal and take from people. That's all they dream about. They wake up every day, you know, like a vampire, and they need blood. Give me blood. You know. They want things that don't belong to them. These people are miserable. Okay. Tell me more about this abuse, or this aunt, or this impure woman. Oh, this was done by a karmic feminine. Of course she is, of course. But you're ascending collective. It didn't matter what they did. You came out on top, and you will, okay? God will bring you back, okay? He will recreate you. It's not about your losses, okay, collective? It's about learning, you know? This person tried to sacrifice you, okay? Maybe they tried to poison you. They tried to do something to you, to steal from you. You really needed your 9 of Pentacles energy. That vibe that you created by yourself. And you have them blocked. You don't have any access to them. Wow, this one's blank. Okay, yeah, you have nothing to say to them. These people are not worth your energy. Okay? Maybe a nice guy coming your way, or they're now pretending to be a nice guy. You just, you know, be discerning. Know, or, you know, open up your mind and know who's who in your life. Evaluate if these people continue to hurt you, or they continue to stalk, or they continue to try to steal from you, collective. You can see beyond the veil. Okay? You're able to see. You know, you might be like that person who was abused so much that you were brought into the death realm, the afterlife, and now you commune with spirits. Okay? You were so close to leaving this earth that now you can see beyond the veil. And I don't know. Someone expected to steal from you, this karmic feminine. You know, they might drive a red car. Okay. These people, this person may have blue eyes. They might have been meeting in public with this person. They wanted you to be sacrificed, collective. Okay. Look at them. They're mad now. The third party and them. Because their expectations have failed. Okay. They want to mess with your chakras. And instead, they F themselves up. Look at that. You know? I kind of feel sorry for them. But in a way that, you know, they're bonded to this karmic now. And they're constantly fighting now. Constantly having arguments because their plan doesn't work. They're like, what are we gonna do now? She's protected. I'm concerned. Okay? I also want to sleep with her. She has all these gifts. Or I have to gift her stuff. I have to give her back. You know? She's on her north node. How can we get her to be on our south node? We can't. She's a high priestess, or she not will find a high priest. Or there might be, like, you know, a match for you. Someone who's also, you know, has similar understanding of spirituality as you. They may have green eyes. They don't have to. Or they might go to church, you know. I don't know, synagogue or whatever. They might just commune with religious people. And this person was envious of that, okay? This boss person who now has legal issues. And they're flying monkeys. Okay? They try to like maybe gift you a doll or something. Alright? Or this person could be into tarot or into witchcraft or into divination or, you know, into poisoning people, doing harm to people. Okay? But the police is now involved. And you were right, collective. Whatever it is you told the police or what the police is investigating, okay? Or maybe this person who is a high priest could be the police. You know, they could be a Leo. They could be an informant of sorts. They could have told the truth. Maybe they will tell the truth. There's a house here. Maybe you're manifesting, or you will get soon, or that belongs to you, or they know about. Okay? Now you're in your manifestation energy, collective. Okay? Your divinity, your zen, your happiness, your peace. Okay? And they're heartbroken, okay, because you're this ice queen now, because you don't want anything to do with them. Because all they do is lie. They just lie. And they lie maybe perhaps with this person who they believe that they're twin flame, or about this twin flame, maybe somebody you were with or somebody you fell in love with, because this person was horrible to you, this karmic masculine collective, okay? Because they couldn't be a good person to you, and so you left them, okay? You left that bullshit. Because that's the right thing to do. When somebody hurts you over and over again, you leave them. And maybe you were married to these people, to this person. Like, I don't know why I said people, but maybe you were married to this person. This person was cheating with multiple people. Okay? They just wouldn't learn anything. Or maybe they have a contract, a fake marriage or something with someone, and you left. You want them to be happy with the person they chose now. Okay? Because now you want to find your true soulmate. Okay? A true family. And that's going to be their karma, collective. For you to find your divine masculine and to reach your divinity. Okay? And they're so mad. They're so mad. They're sending you the evil eye because you're rising. And you're moving on. You're moving on from them. From the bullshit. And you're healing from what they did to you. Okay? You know, you also need to watch out. Maybe they're trying to do something to you. Trying to hurt you. Okay? Could be something that they're thinking about to do again. This Jezebel. That she's obsessed. She's obsessed with you, collective. Obsessed with your energy. Obsessed with your manifestation ideas, your creations, your faith, collective. They're obsessed. They don't have it. They keep thinking like, how can I get this person? How can I make this person come back to us? Okay, there's actual money that we want. All right. Somebody could be in your life, or that person, you know, they wanted that person for their money, and that person didn't see it until now. Okay? Perhaps, you know, somebody's coming to travel to you, or you need to travel to that person that's, you know, is rich. They don't have to be rich in money. They can be rich in just creativity, heart, soul. You know, there's many other ways to be rich. Okay? It doesn't have to just be money. They created perhaps a false document, an agreement, a contract. They told lies. They forged documents, collective, to steal your abundance. They lied perhaps that they didn't have what they had, okay? But no matter what, you're still gonna get money. You're still gonna get a love offer. And these people are gonna get stuck with these demonic entities, okay? The attachment that they created. And you're gonna be a rich girl, or they're gonna be attached to somebody who only cares about money. Okay, that's all they care about, but nothing else. And this person's just gonna be drained for their money. Okay, because your ancestors said It's time, okay? Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up, alright? It's time for a change. You're gonna be hot, okay? You're no longer gonna wear these crappy clothes, okay? It's the end of the bullshit, alright? Transition and endings collective. It's the end now. You have to manifest this, collective. You have to believe it, okay? Even if it's not happening yet, it will happen, okay? Have faith in God. Real love is coming your way, okay? These people are stuck. They're confused. They don't know what's left and right because guess what? It was your energy that was feeding these vampires, okay? You're a sweetheart collective, okay? You may have children, or you know, they may be sad for a child, okay? Or your children are the future, or they're confused as to what's gonna happen with their children, okay? The opposition right now is mad, or the opposition also may work in, like, you know, in health because of this I'm seeing, you know, or the opposition might get beat up, okay? Because they freaking lied about you. They might end up being poor in the distant future, okay? And then right now mentally freaking unstable, okay? About the love that you have for yourself, okay? And how lovely you are. Because their freaking rituals did not work. All the candle burnings, the writings, you know, everything they did just landed them in poverty, okay? You're gonna meet this nice guy, or this nice guy might be in your aura, you know? They might just, you know, be interested in you, collective. You and him might be interested in each other. You might hit it off, okay? It's the ending of awfulness, so it's time for you to be happy. And it's time for these people to find something else to do. Instead of harming others, they should maybe pour into themselves, pour into changing themselves. This person might work in health, you know, this nice guy, okay? Or this person who's might land in poverty might need to see a doctor. Maybe something is happening to them. Well, you're at pure bliss, okay? Maybe this other person might want to call you, say hi, reach out, or it might be the person in poverty who still wants to freaking talk to you. But I recommend, collective, you keep these people blocked, okay? Remember, they didn't want anything good for you, okay? All they wanted to do was stick swords in your back. You're of high honor, and they're jealous of that. You give yourself self-love, and you survive all this hate and this death magic. You're unbothered because you're divine feminine. You're single, sexy, and successful. And you achieve whatever you set your mind to because you're a star seed. And you're going to destroy these people. You have to destroy them, okay? Because you have proof, okay? You have boxes of proof. You have evidence. You plant the seeds, okay? You're coming for them. You might like to read cards, collective, or maybe you might be intuitive, all right? Or maybe just this might land you into a relationship, okay? Or whoever it might be with your ex or the person that you're suffering about might read cards, okay? And they might be getting a message of concern, something that, you know, they don't like, that you've healed, collective, or that you're healing. And look, they're freaking obsessed. They're like, no freaking way. I can't hate this person. They're surprised. They want to talk to you, collective. Whoever's interested in you, whoever's thinking about you, you know, not the evil people, but those people that really have you in their heart, okay? Don't worry about it. that person that it's in your mind, or the person that you miss, you know, if they're meant to be with you, they will come back. Okay? And if you have them blocked, you know, it's okay. They should find other ways to reach out. There's things like emails, you know, send a bird, I don't know, pay somebody. If somebody wants you really bad, they'll do anything and everything, just like these people did things to try to hurt you. You, the earth angel, okay, the one that sees beyond the veil. If they want you, they will find you, okay? They will find a way to reach out. So don't despair, collective. Let's try to find some cards. Or maybe not. Let's try to do some bananagrams and see maybe if we come up with a message or something. Some letters here. Let's try to see if we can. I don't know. We have an E, K, and R. Let's see if we can make some words from this. Maybe there's a message here that we need to hear. Angels and guides and God, provide us with a message. I got late. Maybe it's too late. Like, it's too late for these people. Okay, the answer is no. I don't know. I'm getting this person here. Kiara keeps coming up. This person's evil. Kiara. Evil witch. Involved in doing something to you. I'm also getting Brian again. These people make sense in my life. Okay. TKO for these people. Okay. All they are is pervs. Collective. It's too late for them. Or maybe they get somebody pregnant and this person is late. Maybe they're hiding it. Okay. Let's see if I can get any more letters. We got dice as well. Change. We got 5. Okay. Pedo. Maybe somebody involved here is a pedo. Okay. War. Pedo war. These people just maybe wanted to hurt your children, or I don't know. Maybe they're trans, or maybe they didn't want you to transform. Okay. KO for them. Keep seeing that. He did something to you, collective. Okay. Maybe something that involves biology. Also getting this Tor. Like a torrent site. See if we can make torrent. Yeah, there may be something in the dark web, collective. Something they did to you. Okay. Maybe they warp reality in the dark web. Warp. Okay. I don't know. Via Val, like Valerie. I don't know. Sometimes I get more messages after I see the video. Rent, something about rent collected. Okay, maybe they didn't want you to pay your rent. They wanted to create a dent. Okay, something about work. They work towards this, so maybe they work together. Okay, or maybe they want you to not work. They want you to have nothing. Or maybe these people got fired or will get fired or want to get fired so they don't have to pay you or something. The rats. Look, there's a rat here. R.I.P. to the rat. There's also a bat. I don't know, maybe that's you, somebody who can see through the night. I don't know. Maybe there's a rap. Maybe it's somebody in the music industry. I'm getting torque as well. Torn. Worn. Maybe they wanted you worn out, collective. They wanted to get rid of you, wear you out. There's also a bra. T. Maybe they spread like, you know, SCX porn through a torrent site. We got top. We got pot. Maybe these people smoke a lot of weeds. Yeah. You got Terra. Terraform. Okay, they want to create something. Not. A bot. Maybe they bought it your accounts. Okay. Van. Prada. Maybe these people are into fashion, collective. Maybe they work in retail as well. Or maybe they can't think for themselves. Or they just follow people. They're bots. Lot. Maybe there's a secret storage unit. So it's something they're hiding somewhere in a lot. Or they met at a parking lot. Or maybe they did something with rot in a parking lot. We did it. I'm getting that. I'm also getting Tinder. Maybe these people met on Tinder. Tinder freaks. KOB. I'm also getting, maybe there's a Russian involved. The mafia. Okay. Kinder. I'm also getting kinder. Rob the kind person. Or maybe there's a robber involved. Aria. However you spell it. Let me know if you see any more words in the comments, okay? The Dow, maybe stocks. P, maybe food is involved. Piano, I'm also getting here. Something about a piano. Maybe they worked with people because maybe you like music, like me, you like pianos, you like people that play piano, and they tried to combine with people that play the piano to try to hurt you, harass you. Radar, they might be tracking you. Pinot, like Pinot Grigio, it might have done something to your wine, or maybe they like drinking wine. These people are constantly getting lit, you know, partying came out earlier. I'm getting also motel. Maybe these people go drinking wine at a motel, or they are in a motel listening to you. You know, be careful. Collective. You got Pan, maybe like cooking, or Pandora. Is Pandora like here? Pandora's box. Yeah, Pandora's box. They want to unleash chaos on you, collective. To set up a trap for you. There's so much I can see here. They ran something. They try telecommunications, telephone. Something about dope. Or you're dope, collective. Just always know you're dope, okay? Or watch out. Maybe they tainted your weed or something. I don't know. There's a whale here. There could be money. Okay, or something with water. There could be water signs here. Doing bad shit, or God knows what. I don't know. Maybe they did something with a pawn wallet, but you know, it's missing an L. And maybe they want you to get, you know, this word right here. Okay, maybe they paid for it. Paid. It didn't work out, collective. Okay. Walt. Pedos again. Ron. Brett. Brat. I got a Brat involved. I got a Brett. I got a Trent. I got a Wade. We got Bono. Oh no, we just got Bond. Ponder. Liar. The liar's thinking about their lies, maybe. All right. Well, if you like this reading, be sure that you let me know. If you like my shorts, if you enjoyed anything, if you want me to do more things, just let me know in the comments, and I will try and create more things that are enjoyable for you guys. I hope that you had a nice Christmas, and I will see you soon. Okay, collective? Have a nice day. Bye.